P.Chon moves further forward in the lead. F.Bolley trying to claw back positions and points, despite being the overall winner at the previous round. And here comes F.Bolley up the inside. Oh, collides with Frederici. Very lucky to survive that. Coppins waiting to pick up the bones, but no, Bellametti's still there in front of him. Let's have a look at that again. Underneath Frederici goes F.Bolley. They collide, and I think F.Bolley was extremely lucky to survive that, but nevertheless he did. So here they come again. It's still Freeberg, it's still Frederici, and it is still F.Bolley. Coppins is there as well, and so is Hughes. Number 4, Pamo team member Ryan Hughes. He's beginning to close on that group in front. Remember, Hughes is riding with a broken wrist, and they are banging handlebars at the moment, corner to corner. I don't know what F.Bolley must be thinking, but the guys in front, no respect for a current world champion. They won't let him through. And in the meantime, the man at the front, young M.Pichon, is storming away. Bellametti here in front, very much his local crowd. He really has set the track alight. And Hughes is closed. Hughes has passed, I think, Josh Coppins now. So there you are, P.Chon, Bellametti, Frederici, and it is F.Bolley, Freeberg and Hughes. So remember, Hughes with that broken wrist. Did it after landing badly on a jump in Portugal and hasn't ridden since. Isn't strapped up, hasn't had injections, so he's basically riding through the pain barrier as they're queuing up at the moment. And here comes F.Bolley once again, and Frederici, I think, has aspirations of passing Bellametti, the local lad, and F.Bolley will know that, and he does indeed. Sticks it up the inside, F.Bolley follows through as well. Here comes Hughes, and there's Coppins, both chasing down Freeberg, the Latvian rider. F.Bolley now, he looks to the inside of Bellametti. Can he get through? Not this time, he can't. And he does, maybe on the inside. Oh, the sand is beginning to rough up the track. But F.Bolley is going to have a look around the other side, tries that way, and this time he makes it cleanly, just. So, Frederici, Claudio Frederici, the man in front, the Italian, the next one on his list. Can he get past him? He needs to very quickly. Encouragement there, obviously coming from the local crowd. Let's have a look at that pass. Oh, Frederici gives Bellametti a little bit of a shove, but gets through cleanly. It has been a little bit of a contact sport so far, and at the moment Frederici refusing to move over to the world champion. No respect shown. If he wants it, he's got to earn it, and he's earning it indeed. Looks up the inside of the jump, and he takes it through. Blocks Federici's path out of the corner. He's through cleanly, so F.Bolley now up into second. Can he catch P.Chon? Let's have a look at that again. He changes sides mid-air over the jump, goes for the inside line, outbreaks Frederici, the Italian, and he's safely through his F.Bolley, number 1. So, the battlers are on now, because that's Bellametti, and the man beside him is number 4, Ryan Hughes, the American, and Hughes very safely through. There is the race leader. M.Pichon has led almost from the drop of the gate, and certainly on course to take 20 points in this race, unless he makes the mistake or has machine failure. Fellow Frenchman behind him, and there is number 2, P.Beirer. He's way down the field at the moment. Terrible qualifying situation on Saturday when they experienced some kind of suspension problem, and his teammate Masco had very similar problems. Somebody's taken a tumble, and I think that's Eliasson, Joachim Eliasson, and let's have a look at that. Oh, that was a big high side. Collided with the back wheel of the rider in front, spat him straight over the bars. 36 there, Joachim Eliasson, and I hope he gets up and walks away from that one. That was very heavy. Meanwhile, here's the boy in the front. He's having no such problems. On course, I think, to win race 1. 20 points. It is P.Chon here in Italy, race 1. So the confirmed results, M.Bolley finished second from Frederici, Hughes, Coppins, Bellametti, and Freeberg in 7th. What did P.Chon have to say?
Yeah, it feels really good. The track is very, very difficult, and my start was okay. Took me a couple laps to pass the guys in front of me, and once I got the lead, I could see Frederic was pretty far back, and I just gave all I had at the beginning to get a good lead, and after 20 minutes, I just had to slow down and keep my pace.
Congratulations, Michael.
Thank you very much.
Race 2 still to come. For that, join us right after the break. Well, the fans were here in their thousands, keeping our riders busy with autograph signing. Pamo team here, R.Hughes, and of course F.Bolley, second in race 1. Well, from Pamo, we took this chance to cross the aisle to three-time Yamaha racing team, and we spoke to owner Fabrizio Berni, and we asked him why he became involved in motocross. He said the reason for his involvement in World Motocross Championship is most simple. I am very passionate about motocross, and in the past I used to ride. I raced in Italian national championships, and now I am in Italy and I am racing in professional motocross. I think the Action Group program in motocross is excellent, and I think motocross will improve to the level of World Superbike and road racing, and I look forward to being one of the teams that are there at the top and one of the best. I congratulate Action Group for what they are doing. So here we go then, they're on the line. It is race 2. Thousands of Italian crowds that line the barriers and the fencings, waiting to see if maybe Claudio Frederici can win this one. Can Bolley do it, Hughes, or will it be P.Chon again? And I think it may be Hughes that's taken the whole shot, but we have got a big crash in that first corner. You didn't quite see it on camera, but believe you me, Gordon Crockard was involved in it, so was Josh Coppins, but it's his teammate Corona Suzuki, number 15, P.Chon, who leads. Bolley looks to be back in second place. Frederici, I think, is not there either. He may well have been involved in that crash on the first corner. But as they come through, we definitely have one or two top riders missing. So, P.Chon, Bolley, that looks like Hughes. Then 17, that's Marco Kovalainen. Let's have a look at it again. Here they go into that left-hander. Look to the right of the screen slightly, and that's where you can see the collision. Yes, indeed, Gordon Crockard, number 13, was one of those. So was Mikhail Maschio, I think, number 6. The Winfield Kawasaki rider, so they are having no luck this weekend. P.Beirer, thankfully, wasn't involved. So P.Chon, Bolley, Hughes, Kovalainen, Cooper, Paul Cooper, and there is P.Beirer at 6th place. A better start for him this time. The Pitbull, the German, will be dangerous. He'll want to get somewhere near the front. As the mechanics hold out the boards, it is still P.Chon from Bolley and Hughes. So 2 Palmer Hondas there, 2nd and 3rd. Now, what can Bolley do this time? You'll remember at the previous Grand Prix in the Netherlands, it was Bolley that stole the racing. They shared a winner piece, but Bolley finished 2nd in race 2 to take the overall result from P.Chon. But it's P.Chon that leads this time, with his fellow Frenchman behind him. Then it's the American. Now remember, Hughes has a broken wrist and isn't riding with pain-killing drugs or injections, and those two are at it again. Bolley colliding with P.Chon. Hughes trying to pick up the pieces, but Bolley hung on to the bike. Having a look up the inside, he won't put his teammate under too much pressure, we say, but almost did. So Hughes making a mistake there. That wrist must be starting to hurt. It's a very, very tiring track here. It cuts up, it gets rough, it gets very bumpy. There are lots of jumps, so when you have a broken wrist, it isn't going to be easy for the American. Let's have a look at that again. As we see Bolley have a look up the inside. Bolley lucky again to hang on to that. Oh, it's a survival, and there's Maschio, and that's Peter Ivan on the floor, so it's Maschio number 6. Ivan is the rider on the floor. I don't think he's going to go much further. So Hughes has now got P.Beirer, number 2, on the Winfield Kawasaki, right there with him. There's Eastwood, Freeberg in 8th, Elison in 9th. You remember he crashed in race 1. Kalacek, down goes P.Beirer. Back up again, the Pitbull, the German, throws the bike away as he's trying to catch Hughes and pass him. Hughes no doubt unaware of that, but there he is, we see it again. The front wheel got away, threw him onto the floor, but he's up very quickly, so he won't lose too much time. Still a chance to get past the American number 4. But this is the battle at the front. Oh, they're at it again. P.Chon and Bolley. Well, you wouldn't believe these two are countrymen. They certainly take their racing very seriously, and Bolley goes into the lead, but has he managed to hang on to that? Over the jump, Pichon takes the inside, Pichon takes it, and he's still got it, and they collide for the third time. Bolley hangs on to it, Pichon looks back to see if he's still there, and indeed he is. He's not going to let go that easy, I feel sure of it. He wants to hang on to that number 1 plate, certainly for the end of this year. So let's have a look at that again. You see Bolley gets a good elbow from Pichon, and it pushes him over the berm. The front wheel digs into the soft stuff. Very lucky to recover from that so quickly. So here they go again. It's still Pichon, Bolley, Hughes. And then it's Beirer. And look at Bolley. Pichon looks over his shoulder. He lets Bolley through. I can only imagine that's maybe a machine problem for the number 15 Suzuki Corona rider, or it may be a problem with fitness. I don't know, but he seems to have slowed down considerably. But Bolley, well, you don't give him chances like that. Let's have a look at it again. You can actually see Pichon look behind him to see where Bolley is, and he physically seems to have slowed up to allow him through. Well, there you go. That's the leader. And Beirer now up into third past Hughes. So Pichon, if he has a problem, the German will be on his case pretty soon. And there he is. P.Beirer, number 2. Disaster in race 1. Trying to make up for it here in race 2. He would love to take a number 1 plate. He's tried so hard. There is the overtaking move. And that was a very heavy landing for the German off that jump. But remember, Hughes unable to put up any real resistance. So that wrist of his, though it's broken, must be hurting considerably. And he's in trouble now because that's the South African P.Cooper on the SoCal Husqvarna that's leaning all over him, and I think he's going to go through. Hughes fights back, but I think it's only short-lived. Over the jump they go together. And indeed, and Hughes fights back, and just look at Cooper. He looks at him as if to say, you can't hang on to this, pal, it's going to be my position. So number 18, P.Cooper, goes up into 4th. Hughes is now down to 5th. And Bolley's got trouble because Pichon second breath. He's right back on his case again. Here they come. This is corner to corner. Handlebar banging stuff here in Italy from these two Frenchmen. Over the jump. And Pichon takes the inside line. Bolley backs it off. I don't know what's going on here, whether they've taken lots before the race or something to decide who's going to win, but they certainly are putting a show on for the Italian crowd. But it is Pichon, number 15, now that leads the race yet again. Can he hang on to it to the checkered flag this time? I can only imagine that he took a temporary breather in that race. And Bolley was just left to, well, soak up the action as he went past. But there he is. This will be 2 wins in a row. This will re-establish him as the leader in the World Championship after this 4th round. Let's have a look at it again over that jump with a different camera angle. Look at Pichon. He puts the bike down early, gets the power on, and I think Bolley just moved over. Obviously very, very tired. The rider said after the first race that it was very hard out there. Let's have a look at it again. There it is. Bolley moves right over indeed. Pichon took the opening, shot straight through on the inside. You don't get to be asked twice in motocross. So, P.Pichon, the 24-year-old rider, the Frenchman, on course to take race 2 win here in Italy at this 4th round of the FIM World 250cc Motocross Grand Prix Series. Here he comes to the applause of the crowd. Bolley beginning to drop back off the pace. I think we've seen just about all there is to be seen now from Mr. Bolley. This is the boy that's going to take home gold for this one. He knows it. 40 points, a big stylish jump over the finishing tabletop. P.Pichon then wins race 2 here in Italy. Bolley comes home in 2nd place. And Beirer comes home in 3rd, so the German did good. So classifications then. Confirmation: Pichon, Bolley, Beirer, Frederici, Cooper, Gordon Crockett up to 6th place. Ryan Hughes down to 7th.
Yeah, it was really, really difficult. I gave everything I had. In the middle of the race, I got some cramp on my legs, and it was really difficult. I thought everybody would catch me. But I gave everything I had. I could see Frederic was getting a little tired too, and the last few laps were so difficult, but I'm so happy. It's a very important win for me here. I let Freddie go by because I had cramps and I was really tired and I thought he would go and win that race, but I really pushed really hard and finally I got him at the end. It's really good.
For F.Bolley, it's certainly been a very hard race.
Yes, I pushed so hard on first moto for catch up to Michael. On the second moto, I was really good, very smooth, but 10 last minute, so it was so difficult for me.
So the overall result from 2 races then, Pichon takes it with 40 points. Bolley, Federici, Hughes, P.Beirer, Cooper, and Coppins then rounding out that top 7. And the 8th place of Freeberg, and in 9th place with a storming ride in that last race from dead last up into 6th place, Gordon Trockard, the Irishman, Fabers, Bellametti, Iliasson and Dugmore from South Africa, top 14, and that was Veralainen. Then it was Chalier, Morris, Kadlacek and Serge Guidetti making the top 18. So Pichon it was that took the trophy. Local boy, here he is, Fredo Claderici, receives his trophy from the former Miss Italia, Glory Veliki. You certainly will remember that for many years to come. So let's have a look at the standings after round 4. Pichon then increases his lead slightly over Bolley. Beirer is still there, Coppins is there, Crockard retains his 5th place from Maschio, and Claudio Federici in 7th. Well, will he take the checkered flag again? Find out at round 5 in Checo. Join us for that.